We shall see, Tabitha. That is a big loss for the Hokies. One of their best defenders, one of their best three-point shooters. But this is a talented Virginia Tech team who will start out this one on defense. Deja Kelly, North Carolina with the basketball. Tar Heels come in having won 3 in a row, 7 of their last 8. Their only loss in that stretch on the road in Blacksburg against Virginia Tech. Good ball movement to start. Kennedy Todd Williams with the first points. Georgia Amore trying to look inside to Kitley. You can just see all the arms around her on the inside. North Carolina taking it away. Usby. Oh, the passing of the Tar Heels on point to start this one.
Great energy from North Carolina on both ends of the floor. They're starting out in their man-to-man defense, but you see the sagging into the paint when Virginia Tech is trying to take looks at Kitley on the offensive end.
North Carolina in the first meeting of the season, which they won on their home floor against the Hokies, brought double, sometimes triple teams against Kitley, trying to make life difficult for her on the inside. They look like they had another takeaway. Instead, a foul is called.
North Carolina really collapsing when the ball goes into the paint in general here. Usby, great anticipation. Ball goes to the other end, and Kitley turns her back on the offense. Poole gets an easy one.
Here's Kiana Traylor, got the start in place of King over to Shepard.
And a little zone there from North Carolina, which we expect the teams will try to sprinkle in with Kitley, and that's why it's important for Virginia Tech to hit some outside shots.
Kelly, a little bit of trouble trying to split the two defenders. We've talked about how each team won at home during the regular season. North Carolina was back early in January. Virginia Tech, the more recent victory. Now we're on a neutral floor, playing for a right to go to the semifinals, and Kitley has her first points.
Great adjustment on the play call by Kenny Brooks. There's crowding in the paint. Bring Kitley out and allow her to use that face-up game.
Littlefield to Usby, open for 3. Offensive rebound by Poole. Littlefield. Another offensive rebound, and Anya Poole playing big for North Carolina to start.
Yeah, right now Poole is just outworking Virginia Tech's front line. And you expect a little bit of this, considering the fact that Virginia Tech just played yesterday, but they're moving slow on the glass here. Baines does not get the box out on the backside. And Poole go to the free throw line.
You know, Virginia Tech only had 46 points in that loss back in January to North Carolina. And Kenny Brooks had said that that was one of the worst performances of his team all season. He felt like they were just a step slow the entire game, like they were moving in sand, stuck in the mud. See if they can pick it up a little bit as North Carolina the early advantage. Shepard has her first points for the Hokies.
I mean, just a beautiful offensive set there for Shepard, but it was her patience in getting rid of Todd Williams off of the screen.
Usby. 2 more for North Carolina.
Early offense for North Carolina. See how they're controlling the pace. Very smart strategically on the part of Courtney Banghart, knowing that Virginia Tech is not only shorthanded, but again, just played yesterday.
Looking good, though, when they get it to Kitley or Shepard. 4 for Kitley, 2 for Asia Shepard in the game to make up the Hokies scoring. Carly Littlefield, transfer from Princeton. She started her career with Courtney Banghart, where Courtney spent 12 years with the Tigers.
Asia Shepard is picking up where she left off yesterday, off a handoff action, little bump screen there, loses Todd Williams, Poole doesn't commit, and that beautiful mid-range pull-up from the free throw line. Asia Shepard is known for her three-point shooting, but she's much more than that.
Shepard leading this Virginia Tech team in scoring in their win yesterday, and Kitley just so tough on the inside.
And credit the toughness of Traylor, not giving up the dribble. She was determined to get that ball to Kitley through several defenders.
All 8 points have come in the paint so far for the Tar Heels. Usby with 6 on the shot clock, doesn't need any more.
Yeah, Greg got too consumed, was sagging off a little too far on Usby, and she can knock that down.
The balance so impressive with this North Carolina team. No real one true superstar. But the balance, the consistency, the growth and improvement of this group from last season has all really helped them to become a tremendous team product this year for Courtney Banghart. Kelly will drive and is fouled.
Now, Alyssa Usby has only hit 15 threes on the season coming in, but she has this ability to knock down the long ball, and right there with the defense giving her that much time to think about it, you got to put that up because that has implications to your offense later on in the game. Staying honest.
5 points in the game for Usby. Kelly on the free throw line. And LaChina, let's get your forward keys to the game for this one.
Yeah, definitely next up for Virginia Tech. We talked about the injury to Kayla King, as Tabitha talked about at the top of the show. So Kayana Traylor is going to have to step up. We're expected to see Emily Lytell play a little bit of perimeter. And then for North Carolina, neutralizing the size of Liz Kitley. Can you do it, and how do you do it?
Kitley 6 points so far, but North Carolina with the lead. Amore squares it up.
North Carolina has gone back and forth between man and zone, so really trying to keep Virginia Tech off balance offensively, changing things up.
Kennedy Todd Williams. Boy, she didn't give up on the play. Four different players have scored for the Tar Heels. 7-0 run to take this 15-8 lead.
Virginia Tech's going to have to get to the high post, get someone right around that ACC logo in the middle of the zone.
Amore tried to look off for defender, got a decent look, just couldn't finish. Hokies knowing they have got to get back in transition, not give North Carolina anything easy. Usby, though, making it look easy no matter what.
She makes everything look easy. And it starts with her effort.
Get to the semifinals of this tournament for the first time ever.
And this is really a matchup of a great offense in Virginia Tech and a great defense in North Carolina when you look at the big picture for these two teams. But yeah, what we saw from Virginia Tech in the first half yesterday, I know Kenny Brooks wasn't happy with the turnovers. They'll have to clean that up. But boy, the ball was going through the nets big time for the Hokies.
De'Asia Gregg puts it through the net. And stop that run by North Carolina.
And that's that area right at the high post that you have to get to against the zone, especially if North Carolina is going to look to trap a little bit on the wing, bring two defenders. Got to make them pay.
Kelly to Usby. Both of those players earning all ACC recognition. First team for Kelly, second team for Usby. 6 on the shot clock. Some tough defense being played on this end by the Hokies, but Kelly breaks it. Can't get the roll. Georgia Amore, sophomore point guard out of Australia. Got a lot of respect across the league. Courtney Banghart saying she thinks she's one of the best point guards in this league. Her speed, her ability to make this Virginia Tech offense go. Out to Gregg. She'll try the three. Why not, De'Asia Gregg? Okay.
One of our keys for Virginia Tech was next up, and it's not just the players that will play the perimeter position in place of Kayla King. It's everyone having to do more to replace King. And Deasia Gregg is going to get these looks because of the activity of Elizabeth Kitley and the attention that she draws. You see, she's got 2 defenders. Gregg doesn't even think about it, gets to the high post, and then again on the drive. If Carolina wants to collapse and crowd the paint, hit a couple outside shots, make them adjust.
Emily Lytle committing the foul on that last play. Gregg 2 for 2 to start this game for Virginia Tech. Again, the Tar Heels deep in the shot clock. Gonna have to get one up, and Usby did not do it in time. She made it, but Carla Fountain says no. Didn't beat the shot clock. Kayla King and the Virginia Tech bench love it. And for more on what's being said over there on the Virginia Tech bench, Tabitha, what have you heard?
Well, thanks, Jen. Well, Kenny Brooks, moments ago, I caught up with him, and he challenged his team's intensity. He told them, listen, we've got to go. They're not giving us anything. You guys are giving blank stares defensively, should I say, and letting them score. And he goes, we got to pick up the intensity and get it going. I think that they picked it up a little bit, getting the last couple stops so far. Jen?
But he's not going to be happy about how Liz Kitley handled that defensive attention the last possession, which led to a turnover. And right now, there isn't a defensive matchup that's been effective against Alyssa Usby.
9 points in the game for Usby. She has 12 double-doubles on the season, 5 of those coming in the last 8 games. Lytle.
Got to attack the closeout there. Little hesitation from Lytle.
Gregg, little indecision on what to do. Now she'll drive, tries to dish to Kitley. It's out of bounds off the Hokies. 3rd turnover.
Because North Carolina's defense is so solid, if you're Virginia Tech, you cannot second-guess open shots. And I felt like Lytle had an opportunity to create on a beautiful skip pass. You got to be aggressive.
Tar Heels made 8 of their 12 first shots. Eva Hodgson somehow keeps her dribble alive, the transfer from William and Mary, but Kelly can't do the same. Hokie saying, we can play a little defense too. Lytle spun and was fouled by Usby.
Ooh, right there, Deja Kelly slipped. We hope she's okay. It looks like her shoe may have been unlaced, but I mean, that is a big concern if you're Kenny Brooks, is really slowing down Deja Kelly without Kayla King. She's the kind of player that would have probably picked up or got a lion's share of the responsibility on Kelly in this game. And so do you have enough of a cast to keep her limited? And so far she has been 0 for 2.
Kayla King, the junior from Greensboro, out with a sprained ankle for this game. Lytle good from the free throw line as the Hokies cut into the lead a bit more. Rosanna Baines, the muscle, as Kenny Brooks calls her, for what type of physicality she needs to bring, especially on the interior for his team. Back door is open!
That's a great read on the backdoor cut. Denial on the wing from Virginia Tech defensively. And they made the right decision to go backdoor.
You know, the Tar Heels in this run they've been on mentioned their only loss in the last 8 coming to this Virginia Tech team. Well, one of those wins came against a 3rd-ranked Louisville Cardinal team. And in that game, Kennedy Todd Williams had 19. She's got 6 in the first quarter of this tournament game. Final couple seconds of quarter 1, ticking away. The drive from Littlefield, not on target. But nowhere to go for Traylor. Everybody hitting the deck. .3 is what is on the clock. These two teams going after each other, as you would expect. A top 25 matchup in our first of 4 games today on quarterfinal Friday from the ACC Women's Tournament in Greensboro. And some concern, certainly, for Liz Kitley. That was her dad, Ralph, watching in the stands.
And if you're Kenny Brooks, and if you're Courtney Banghart, you're a little frustrated because with so little time on the clock, you now have a possible injury situation with Kitley, and then that happens.
Yeah, add insult to injury. Now, initially, officially they're saying no. We didn't get off in time. Now remember, .3, you got to tip it. Did she catch and shoot and regroup it?
And I think, to your point, that's what we see Carla Fountain telling Courtney Banghart is she fully caught the ball. Yep. But let's take another look at that.
So what you're looking for, does it rest on her hands before she shoots it when there's 0.3 of a second or left? That is only enough for a tap in, so you basically have to redirect the ball.
The made basket by North Carolina at 2:11 is under review with a shot clock violation.
By rule, she did catch it and let it rest in her hands. That was not a tap in, but reading the play itself, it looked like she got it off.
Yeah, I mean, and I think they are actually looking back at an earlier play. We'll get it all figured out. We'll let you know what's going on. We'll hope for good news from Kitley over on that Virginia Tech bench. A lot going on here, Q1 in Greensboro. Worked on, fell on that shoulder on this play right here. I mean, this is, what, a second before the end of the first quarter, and now you're potentially with your ACC Player of the Year on the bench?
That's what I was saying was, you know, just frustrating, I'm sure, for Kenny Brooks in that situation, but also Courtney Banghart, because I didn't feel like Carolina managed the clock well on that final possession. I mean, that could have been ugly for them as well.
High aspirations for both of these teams, not only here in the ACC tournament. Can either of them contend and knock off the two favorites in NC State and Louisville? I think a lot of people would say, yeah, put their faith in what these two teams have done, but also looking ahead the NCAA tournament. Got to shoot, and Deasia Gregg does and draws the foul.
Really good hustle by Virginia Tech, not giving up on that play. But I'll tell you one thing, in just the first quarter of this game, I am so impressed by North Carolina's one-on-one defensive ability. I mean, they really lock in on their assignments, but they also play high risk, high reward, because they'll go for steals one-on-one.
Virginia Tech was really able to take advantage at the free throw line in their win yesterday against Clemson. They made 19 of their 24 attempts from the line. And only had 2 in the first quarter, and then Gregg misses both this trip. North Carolina, meanwhile, has been so good in the paint. Hodgson can't connect on that shot attempt. 16 of the Tar Heels' 21 points have come in the paint so far in this game. And now, you've got your leading shot blocker out of the game in Kitley, if you're Virginia Tech, and one of your best perimeter defenders in King, who's not available today. And yet they play on as Zana Baines with the basket.
You have Asia Shepherd, who made something out of nothing there. She's going to draw the attention of the defense, especially with Kitley out. North Carolina can focus on shutting Shepherd down, and she got her teammates involved.
Todd Williams, Baines with the rebound.
How does the Virginia Tech offense flow now without Kitley?
Good idea to get it to number 2.
I just love watching her play. When Shepherd's shot is on, when she's attacking the free throw line for the mid-range shot, when she is looking for her teammates, it's a beautiful game.
Points in the game for Asia Shepherd, who led the Hokies in their win yesterday with 20. An open lane. Usby couldn't finish, but Poole does.
And you feel bad for Gregg because she slipped. And that's how she lost position on Usby on the drive. But Poole's energy has really ignited Carolina to start this one.
3-point game, and good news, Virginia Tech. Liz Kitley is sitting at the midcourt line at the scorer's table, getting ready to check back in. Gregg loses it. Hodgson on the break for North Carolina. This team can really run. Usby with the follow.
A workhorse. Usby never gives up on a play. She's the first player down the court offensively and defensively. It's all about effort.
Shepherd bringing a little effort of her own, and it gets an offensive foul against the Hokies' all-time leading scorer.
Really good anticipation by North Carolina, giving Shepherd some defensive attention, collapsing on her. But here comes Elizabeth Kitley. We'll keep an eye on what looked like a shoulder on her shooting arm.
Yeah, she was holding that right shoulder, getting it worked on, but she was on the bench. And she went down to the floor right toward the end of the first quarter. So how will that affect one of the best, not only in the ACC, but in the country? We'll see. Ali Zelaya, sophomore out of Arizona, number 0 on the floor for North Carolina. Todd Williams says, "You're not going to guard me, I'm going to take it." Good to see Kelly moving around well. She was a little shaken up after that slip, but looking good.
Nice take by Kelly, who can blow by you with her speed. She's great at getting to the free throw line, and that's when she's at her best, when she's attacking the rim.
7-point North Carolina lead. Kelly was really good in both games against Virginia Tech this season. Had her first career double-double in the win, 15 points, 10 boards. Had 17 points in the loss.
Kitley wasn't able to corral that rebound despite having 2 hands on it.
Littlefield takes a shot, makes a shot. And now all 5 starters have scored for North Carolina. 9-point lead, timeout on the floor, and Kitley looks to be in tears, headed back to the Virginia Tech bench. North Carolina dialing it up on offense. Tar Heels up 9 in the second. Back in action here in Greensboro. Tiana Traylor just hit a 3 for Virginia Tech. That's cut the lead to 6 for North Carolina. Tar Heels now working on a short shot clock, 5 to shoot. Usby trying to get it to Zelaya. And Virginia Tech thought for sure De'Asia Gregg had established herself in defensive position to draw that charge, but instead she calls the foul. And just a few moments ago, we saw Liz Kitley try to come back on the floor.
I mean, that's a rebound she would normally have.
And then she left after that, LaChina, with the trainer following close behind her. So we'll try to get you every update we can, but that is not a good sign for the Hokies.
Well, but Kenny Brooks, you know, he's without King, and now without Elizabeth Kitley. But one thing he talked about after the game yesterday was how this year's team has more depth, and that includes Tiana Traylor, that includes Emily Lytle. And so with those 2 players in the game right now, can they help to keep Virginia Tech in this as they check on the status of the ACC Player of the Year?
13 points for Usby.
A little 3-quarter court, 1-2-2 here from North Carolina.
Traylor drained a 3 from about that spot just a few minutes ago. Usby off the rim, rebound to Gregg. She's going to have to play some really big minutes. De'Asia Gregg, former player at Georgia Tech, went to Gulf Coast State, now at Virginia Tech. How about that screen? All right, Amor, she said, knock it down.
You know, Amor has to look for her shot. You know, something Kenny Brooks talked about coming into this tournament, she was struggling a little bit on the offensive end. He said sometimes she over-facilitates. She's got to stay aggressive because she is a fantastic 3-point shooter.
And the Hokies have been good when they've had 3 or more in double figures. In fact, they haven't lost when that has happened this season, as Kennedy Todd Williams makes it look pretty. 9 points in the game for the sophomore.
And Virginia Tech has sagged off of Todd Williams and challenged her to knock down that 3. She's really good off of the bounce, so you got to give her some space and make her prove she can hit it.
Amor was looking for her shot yesterday in the win, had 15 points. Shepherd from the corner, but there's a travel that'll turn it back over to North Carolina.
Well, the 3-point line has been kind early to both teams. Georgia Amor stepping behind a screen, couple of steps behind the 3-point line, and then Kennedy Todd Williams finally gets one to go.
Tabitha, do you have anything for us?
Well, guys, on the Virginia Tech bench, it's business as usual. Kitley is still in the back with the trainer. I can't get back there and get anything. They won't allow me back, but she's been back there for quite a while now. But Kenny Brooks still telling his team, move the ball, business as usual, trying to get their spirits up and intensify. And LaChina Jen, my question is, who can step up in the middle of the paint? I'm looking at Azana Baines to kind of replace some of that muscle in there for Kitley.
Yeah, I think it's going to take a group effort, Tabitha, and I'm more concerned about their defense with Carolina's, the way they can get to the rim and their rebounding without Kitley in the game. I think offensively, they can hold their own. I'm concerned about the defense, especially with King, without King as well, who is their primary perimeter defender.
Shepard on Todd Williams. Littlefield now in the corner. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Todd Williams. A lot of Tar Heels around the basketball, but it will go to Virginia Tech. Rebounds right now, 14-8, advantage North Carolina.
If you're Kenny Brooks, you want to make it to the locker room without allowing Carolina to get a sizable lead without Kitley. Can you keep this at single digits? And can you get closer in that last 3 minutes?
That pass looked like it was directed for Todd Williams, the way she jepped into the lane and took it away. Tar Heels unable to capitalize, at least initially. And you got to think, Asia Shepard, who came back for this opportunity. She was hurt in the ACC tournament last year. She played, but she wasn't 100%. Well, Asia, it is now your time, big time, especially with Kitley out of the game.
Yeah, excellent defense there by Shepard to recover.
Cool. Baines has to play big.
That was what Tabitha was just talking about. Baines stepping up. Who can fill in for some of the muscle on both ends of the floor for Virginia Tech?
Blocked by Traylor before she got going with the dribble. 9th turnover by the Hokies. I think your margin of error grows ever smaller, doesn't it, when you lose players? Can Virginia Tech still win this game? Absolutely. They've shown they've got the fight, they've got the talent to do so, but you can't hurt yourself. Poole reached up over everybody to grab the rebound. Traylor came flying in, the 5'10" senior transfer from Purdue.
Really good transition defense there by Carolina.
Traylor pulls up, lefty looking good.
That wasn't easy. Kennedy Todd Williams was hanging all over Kayana Traylor on that possession.
6-point Carolina lead.
Zone here by Virginia Tech.
Lytle refusing to give up that baseline. Hodgson from the corner, good.
It was wonderful read by Deja Kelly. A little penetration, gets the defense to bite, and then sees the kick out.
Hodgson had a big game in the regular season win for Virginia Tech, actually. She was the best for North Carolina in that game. Season high 19 points at 4 threes. Traylor carrying a lot of the load right now, and she is fouled. Second foul on Kelly.
And this is just a high IQ play by Deja Kelly, reading how the defense is playing. She knows if she can draw the extra defender, she gets a kick out. And just enough to get her teammate an open look.
5 points in the game for Kayana Traylor. 80% free throw shooter.
And Kenny Brooks showing a lot of trust in Kayana Taylor right now, putting the ball in her hands on the offensive end for Virginia Tech. He was excited about her transferring over from Purdue, said she makes us tougher. We saw that yesterday, and she will have to do even more today.
16 points in the game yesterday for Traylor, coming off the bench. Did that 27 minutes off the bench. Gets the start today with Kayla King unavailable due to that ankle injury. Poole on the inside, and then she commits the foul after the miss. Second personal on Poole.
Carolina's gone to Poole a couple possessions, but the muscle for Virginia Tech. Good play call by Courtney Banghart without the shot blocker Kitley in, but who has not been able to capitalize.
Well, you know, LaChina, it really felt like the rhythm of this game has been thrown off for both teams because North Carolina was in such good rhythm early on.
Absolutely. I mean, that series of plays towards the end of the first quarter kind of got both teams a little rattled, I think.
Traylor with the drive.
The lefty.
8 points in the game for Traylor. And the two teams even in points, 16 apiece since Liz Kitley went out. Husby's had a great first half for the Tar Heels. And then Deasia Gregg once again going hard. She hit the deck hard going up for the basketball.
Couple missed easy buckets for North Carolina. And if you're Kenny Brooks, you're only down 6. You're without Liz Kitley. And Gregg hits the ground hard, but Deasia Gregg, Zana Baines, boy, have they stepped up in these waning moments headed into the half.
Don't forget Kayana Traylor, too. 8 points for Traylor. Chance to cut into that North Carolina lead. Will it be Shepard? Nope. She's going to pass it off. Traylor's had the hot hand. Around and out. 6-point game at the half of this top 25 matchup to start off quarterfinal Friday at the ACC Women's Basketball Tournament. Courtney Banghart's team out. Looks they wanted on the inside, even with Kitley on the floor, to be honest. But the field goal percentage dropped, the execution not as crisp in the second quarter. We'll see where they pick up in the second half.
And Kenny Brooks is going to go with Lytle in the starting lineup here.
So Emily Lytle into that starting 5 group with no Kitley. Kayana Traylor started the game with no Kayla King, who's out with an ankle injury. Foul on the floor as Shepard had the ball in her hands. And will go against Usby, her second. Shepard maybe could have had a look, but knows those long arms of Kennedy Todd Williams were coming at her. Baines on the inside. And really just watching those post players for both teams hustle down the floor to make sure nothing happening in transition. If you're Virginia Tech, and North Carolina always trying to press the issue if they can. Kelly pulls up. And Shepard went up with one hand. Looked like she might have been able to grab it. It works out in their favor anyway. Hokies get the ball.
And I feel like Virginia Tech has some opportunities on the offensive glass. They're going to need to crash. I know it's tough because Carolina can be so good at their transition, but they have 0 offensive rebounds, 0 second chance points. I mean, that's an area that you can control if shots are coming off the rim.
Virginia Tech really staying in it. They've played some better defense, but also they've been so efficient with their offense. Assisted on many of their field goals in that first half. And that's something they've done throughout the tournament. They assisted 10 of their 12 makes in the first 20 minutes. Courtney Banghart, her 3rd year with the Tar Heels, has really high hopes for this group and has loved the way they've come together. Said she feels like people have underestimated just how much they all grew individually from last season, and then just how they have all come together this season, putting together what has been a great year so far. 23-5 record, 13-5 in the ACC, as Baines has a bucket for Virginia Tech.
Quite a move from Baines, who's a lefty, going right, finishing right. And she's going to have to look for her shot more than she has up until this point.
4-point Tar Heel lead. Usby, offensive foul. That is the 3rd on Usby, who is the leading scorer for the Tar Heels with 13 in the first half.
North Carolina with a couple of spoiled possessions here to start the 3rd. It's tough to gauge from that angle what the force was there. But either way, I mean, Lytle definitely read the contact and got the call. Got to shoot that if you're Lytle.
Traylor's ready to shoot. Lytle tried to grab the rebound instead. Littlefield has it for North Carolina. So that drought on the offensive boards continues for the Hokies.
Good transition defense for Virginia Tech, forcing North Carolina to set up their half-court offense.
Drive by Kelly is good.
What a move by Deja Kelly.
Trailers
got two,
wait for a three.
Two defenders in that zone. Amor's got to be able to make a read there, but also everyone else has got to make themselves available to the ball in that situation. Deja Kelly off of the bounce, comes off of this screen, little hezzy between the legs, crossover. Yes.
Bringing it all tournament time.
Give you some Ivory Latta flashbacks.
I think all the North Carolina fans here would appreciate that. Seeing a little Ivory Latta come back. Georgia Amor just keeping her dribble alive. Found Baines. Poole snags the rebound. I mean, the Hokies just can't buy one on the offensive glass. Usby. Got into a little trouble, got out of it, found Poole for two.
A lot of strength there by Usby. There was contact, she lost the handle, but stuck with it. And on this end of the floor for Virginia Tech, Shepherd's got to touch the ball. And she doesn't have to shoot it every time down the floor, but I believe you've got to make North Carolina think about where she is on the court by allowing her to touch it and running some offense for her.
Kenny Brooks has said he doesn't need her to force her shot. He just needs her to always be ready. Can't just have her floating around on the outside. And right now, 4 on the shot clock. Amor launches one.
We want to see some zone screening by Virginia Tech for Shepherd. Got to set her up.
Kelly working off the screen from Poole. Out of bounds, North Carolina. So Virginia Tech ball. How difficult this must be for Liz Kitley to be sitting on the bench. She's from the Greensboro area. She knows her value to this team, but right now she's just got to try to lead them from the bench.
Yep, from Summerfield, about 15 minutes away. Got a nice crowd of family and friends here. You play all year for March. You hate to see that she won't be able to go, but Virginia Tech's got to march on.
Hokies have missed their last 4, have gone nearly 3 minutes without a point. Amor ends that. 6 points.
Amor has that ability to score from behind the arc, and she can create her own shot.
Hodgson took some contact as she was going to the basket. And Amor, best three-point shooter by percentage in the ACC.
Really savvy off the bounce here is Amor. Create a space, just enough light to get that.
Here, yes, I see a few of them out there already, but it's a Wolfpack roll in for our next game. That should be fun to watch. Todd Williams in the corner, no.
Good defense by Virginia Tech. They guarded the screen action on that inline out of bounds very well.
Lytle has 3 defenders. Knew there was somebody open. It was Traylor. She passed up the 3. Gets the 2 to go.
Attack the closeout. Traylor plays with an aggressive mindset on every offensive possession.
3-point North Carolina lead. And you and I were talking during the break with China. It's a little surprising, really, that the Tar Heels have not been able to take more advantage with Virginia Tech down 2 starters.
Sometimes when a major piece of your opponent's team is out, it changes things so dramatically, and it can be tough to adjust. And I kind of feel some of that with Carolina, that maybe their plan is so predicated on Kitley. And Now they don't know what to do when she's not in the game.
I mean, you think so much about what does Kenny Brooks do without Kitley, without King, but yeah, maybe it affects the other team as well in ways that you wouldn't expect. Liz Kitley went out of the game right at the end of the first quarter, holding her right shoulder. Kenny Brooks telling Tabitha at halftime she will not return. He did say definitely wanted as a precaution, so hopefully her status for the future will be able to get back on the floor sooner rather than later, as Usby has 15 now to lead North Carolina.
Well, Virginia Tech got lost on the screen, and Usby has been the answer. Every time North Carolina has needed a bucket, and when they look like they've had some flow on offense, it usually has everything to do with Alyssa.
Deja Gregg hit her first 2 shots. This time she sets a screen. The basket is good. And there is a foul as the Tar Heels tried to fight through the screen.
Excellent screen there by Deja Gregg. We talked about Georgia Amore a moment ago. She can hit that 3 from a couple steps behind the line, and Elizabeth Kitley giving her team some energy. You got to credit the toughness right now of the Hokies. 2 down, 2 major pieces, and this is only a 2-point game.
North Carolina's defense being challenged, Tabitha.
I think Courtney Banghart from UNC is just as confused about this game being so close. Moments ago when I caught up with her, she challenged her team on closeouts. She said these defensive breakdowns can't happen. Play hard. If you need a sub, we got you, and we see why.
Deja Gregg beats the shot clock. We are tied at 43. Virginia Tech has never led in this game. North Carolina has been up by as many as 9. Poole gets the lead back for the Tar Heels.
Really good read by Hodgson. Attacking the paint, getting an easy one for Poole. And I think that's the answer for Carolina. Going back to the fact that Kitley, the shot blocker, is out, get to the middle of the floor.
This ball went out on North Carolina, so it'll stay with Virginia Tech. Hokies were able to get their first offensive rebound, keep this possession alive, give Shepard a chance. Well, that's one you normally see her make, all-time leading scorer for the Hokies. Hodgson will let to go from 3. Virginia Tech, chance to tie or take the lead. Trailer, ready, waiting, knocks it down, and Virginia Tech is out in front. The Hokies an improbable lead with the ACC Player of the Year on the bench. And North Carolina trying to get it together.
Really good one-on-one defense here by Virginia Tech, even on switches.
The drive. Littlefield can't get it. Virginia Tech looking for more. Shepard, little fake. The drive, right hand is good. Kitley loves it on the bench. Came in talking about North Carolina's defense. Virginia Tech's defense, especially against the 3, has been excellent this tournament. They did not allow Clemson to hit a single 3 yesterday. And their opponent's 3 for 21 in the tournament, and now an offensive foul called on Poole.
Going small defensively has actually helped Virginia Tech, but on the offensive end, Shepard gets her shoulder by the defender, and beautiful pass on the collapse out to Kayana Traylor, and then this time the quarterback keeper, Shepard, once again with the ball in her hands, gets that same look she missed a moment ago. Won't miss that twice.
Somebody needs to help come get the basketball. Traylor does so for Virginia Tech. 15-4 Hokie run. They've made 6 of their last 8. Setting up for a big-time 4th quarter in our first quarterfinal today of this ACC Women's Tournament. Gregg to the basket, fouled. Boy, nothing going North Carolina's way right now.
And how easy has it been for Virginia Tech to attack the paint? I mean, North Carolina was doing such a good job early in this game of making sure that they were packing the paint and not getting any high percentage looks. But when you take Kitley out, now you have more threats from long range that you have to defend. You can't really collapse as much as maybe you were early on.
Courtney Bankart trying some different combinations, some different players out there. That was Malucha Tenge, the 6'3" junior who committed the foul on the play, put Greg on the free throw line. 8 points in the game for Demo, now 9, and the Hokie lead is 5. Virginia Tech has actually outscored North Carolina by 11 since Kitley went out with the injury. To Kelly, Deja Kelly nails the 3 for the Tar Heels. Maybe that gets North Carolina going, but it gives us a 2-point game with 1 quarter left to play in Greensboro. Who wants it more? Spot in the semifinals on the line. Virginia Tech leading North Carolina. Yesterday, Kayla King on this play here winds up, you see her ankle roll right over. So she went out of the game yesterday, did not come back, has not been available to play today. And then earlier today, in the first quarter, right toward the very end of the first quarter, Liz Kitley, the ACC Player of the Year, goes down, lands on her right shoulder. She tried to come back, but China could not. And that brings us to what you talked about right from the very beginning. Great question for Virginia Tech against North Carolina. Next man up. They've done it so far.
That's right. Next player has to step up when there are injuries on your team. Georgia Amore has stepped up and been more aggressive. Kayana Traylor, I mean, she has the eye of the tiger here in Greensboro, but it's been all hands on deck. Deasia Gregg has come in and shown a lot of toughness in the middle without Kitley. I would add to that Lytle and her versatility, and don't forget about Asia Shepherd. Everyone's doing a little bit more in the absence of the ACC Player of the Year, Liz Kitley, and the security blanket, as she calls her, for Kenny Brooks, Kayla King.
That was our Coyote Tractor turning point of this game so far. The next player is stepping up. Well, you can bet Courtney Banghart had a pretty impassioned talk with her team during that timeout. See how they respond to start the fourth quarter. Deja Kelly takes the first shot. Really nobody there, and White to rebound. Two teams split during the regular season, each winning on their home floor on the neutral court. Now the winner gets the right to move on to the semifinals. Take on the winner of our next game, NC State and Florida State. Usby, we've seen a few of these called. That is the 4th personal foul on Usby, and I think LaChina, half of her fouls to this point have been called offensive fouls.
That could be a game-changing moment here, Jen. I like the call to go to Usby. She's had more confidence on offense than anyone else, but when you take that arm off of the ball and make contact with the defender, that's an offensive foul.
Sometimes next man up means not being afraid to go down and take the charge, as Lytle did there for Virginia Tech. Now she's going to work on the offensive end.
I think she was a little too excited, but that's what you want to do. Attack Usby on the backside of that defense. She's in foul trouble. Go one-on-one.
China, how does North Carolina get back in the groove that we saw them executing so well early?
They've got to get to the middle of the floor. You know, I think they've settled a little bit for jump shots. They were so good in the points in the paint in the first half, and really just looking to get to the rim and offensive rebounding. And we have not seen that.
Amore finds Gregg. Not a lot of movement away from the basketball for Virginia Tech against this North Carolina defense.
North Carolina had 22 points in the paint in the first half. They've had 6 so far in the second half.
Hodgson goes behind the back and is fouled by Traylor. Traylor's second.
And again, part of the reason why North Carolina hasn't been able to get to the middle as much is I think the smaller lineup for Kenny Brooks without Liz Kitley has been more mobile defensively. I mean, they can switch more. They can stay in front of the ball handlers. I mean, this is just a little bit of a better equipped defense, if you will, right now for Virginia Tech.
8 on the shot clock. Poole trying to post up Baines. A little hand onto the basketball to break things up from Lytle. Poole has it again. Did she get the shot off? Officials coming together. See what the call is. You see what Kitley thinks it should be. Shot clock violation. I believe there was a foul called before on Azana Baines. That really bails out the Tar Heels on that possession.
The ruling on the board was a foul by Virginia Tech number 15. The play is under review with a foul and a shot clock violation.
Maya Forsberg letting you know what they are looking at over there. So foul called on Baines on the play, who's defending Poole.
I think the foul happened before the shot clock went off, but that's just
The ruling on the board is confirmed. It is a
foul
UNC
before.
will shoot 2 free throws.
That's got to be frustrating, right? If you're Virginia Tech, you've played North Carolina all the way down to the final second of the shot clock. And now the foul will put Anya Poole on the free throw line, but she'll have to wait just a minute. We're taking a break first. Her team trailing Virginia Tech by 2.
And, you know, that prepares you for March.
Yeah, just 5 losses all season for North Carolina. 2 of those came to the regular season champs, NC State.
Yeah, they've only lost to 4 teams all year. I mean, to me, they should be hosting, no question, regardless of what happens in this game.
1 free throw makes it a 1-point game now. Drive by Amor with the left is good. 11 points in the game for the sophomore. With 17 points for her team in the last meeting against North Carolina, which Virginia Tech won on their home floor in Blacksburg. Littlefield did get to the middle of the floor, right on that logo to set up Todd Williams in the corner. Poole, offensive rebound. Hodgson will launch for 3 and make it. Yeah, you hold up the 3, Eva. Tie of the game on that Hodgson triple. Amor had it blocked. Trailer's turn. Short corner, good.
She makes the game look so easy. Traylor can score at all 3 levels. She's poised and patient looking for her offense.
Deja Kelly drive. She'll need a little help up after the fact. Foul on the play.
Now, North Carolina got a good look from Todd Williams in the corner off some ball movement. They did a better job of moving the ball, rotating it, and here off of the offensive rebound on the kick out. But the key is the ball movement, touching the paint on numerous drives or on the pass, letting it come out. North Carolina just got to let their offense flow.
3 team fouls by Virginia Tech. Kelly on the free throw line, only a very good free throw shooter. Over 85% on the season. That's more like it, she says. 10 points in the game for the Tar Heels, leading scorer on the season. Asia Shepard. Deasia Gregg has come on as Anna Baines picked up her 3rd personal on the last play, so she has come out. Kenny Brooks having to really work in Gregg and Baines in the absence of Kitley.
It's going to be hard to get something on first side against this Carolina defense, and excellent help rotation by Hodgson.
Kelly being guarded by Traylor.
North Carolina continuing to give the ball to Deja Kelly in the middle of the floor, trying to give her space to create. But Virginia Tech has been disruptive. And Kayana Traylor, in particular, defensively on Kelly, has handled that assignment well.
8 seconds on the shot clock here for the Tar Heels to work with. Had to figure it was going to go to 25 one way or the other. Kelly around and out, pull the rebound, and she is fouled.
Yeah, Virginia Tech over-anticipating that screen on Kelly, lost her, and on the rotation, Poole gets to the glass.
Georgia Amor committing the foul, her first, and Poole is a rebound away from a double-double. 11 points, 9 boards in the game for the Tar Heels. Poole, the sophomore out of Raleigh, North Carolina. Didn't go far from home to go over to Chapel Hill, play her college basketball. Misses the second, so we're going to stay right here tied at 54 for the moment. We've seen that play work a couple of times where Greg sets a screen for Amor. She goes behind the back. And Todd Williams having none of it. Right there to take the pass away. Some contact afterward.
The play was on the right side. There's actually, you see Traylor trying to fill. But Amor looked for the more difficult play there in the turnover.
Harley Littlefield saying, I've seen a few offensive fouls called on the other end. Let's see if we can draw one on this end. She does.
But the good thing is a dead ball. So now at least, instead of a turnover there by Virginia Tech, they get to set up their D.
Todd Williams, not quite. But then Poole pokes it away. Talk about picking the pocket, but then the Hokies right back with it. Traylor on the run.
Courtney Banghart wanted a foul call there.
Amor, no. Everybody on the floor. It's Kelly who comes up with it. Kelly is fouled, and there's still a player down on the other end of the floor. It's Lytle for Virginia Tech. I mean, it is not for the faint of heart here at the ACC tournament.
Game is intense, Jen Hildreth. Look at the bodies flying, sacrificing for a possession. And unfortunately, Lytle there, looks like she gets hurt, and then the trip by Traylor, who's done an exceptional job for the most part of trying to contain Deja Kelly.
I mean, you have got to be a warrior right now for your team if you are out there in this battle. Kelly hitting the deck hard on one end, Lytle on the other end. She's going to have to come off for a moment. Kinley already on the bench after she took a hard fall on her shoulder in the first quarter. Tar Heels on the free throw line, 7 for 11 on the day. And already in the bonus, so this free throw line could be awfully significant as we continue on in this game. Just one team foul against North Carolina. Virginia Tech already at 6, so that's given the Tar Heels an awful lot of opportunities potentially to pick up points from the line.
Another reason to attack the paint.
Shepard knocks down a 3. She's done it more than any player in ACC history, and she has 10 in the game. Kelly, right back at you.
I admitted in our open that tournament time is about guard play. And in a close game like this, you've got two of the best in Shepard and Kelly getting buckets.
And they go back-to-back for their teams. Shep, your turn. Todd Williams, the rebound for North Carolina. And she just moves so smoothly with the basketball. Puts North Carolina back on top. First point since halftime for Todd Williams. She has 11. Amor, the 3, yes!
I don't know how Georgia Amor was that wide open.
14 points for Amor, making 64 Virginia Tech. This is what you want. The postseason is here, baby.
And company make some plays here down the stretch in the last 4 minutes of this game. They are in the bonus, so I expect them offensively to really attack the paint.
Tabitha was listening in over to Virginia Tech during that last break. Tabitha, what'd you hear?
Kenny Brooks just walked into his huddle with a smile, and he just said to his team, here we go, man, here we go. And he looked at Georgia Amore and the rest of his team. He said, I know you're tired as SHIT, but you can't give up rebounds. We got to guard, man-to-man, get a stop. Let's win this and close it out. Jen?
Intense moments. You expect some intensity on the bench. A basket by Kelly, putting her team in the lead again. 15 points for Deja Kelly. Shot clock at 3 now for Amore. She knew where she wanted to go, but so did North Carolina.
Great anticipation on the backside by the Tar Heels.
Talked about this young group growing up for North Carolina. It's happened all season long, and how they handle this postseason stage here in Greensboro. Oh, Deja Kelly doing it all.
Unstoppable on the pull-up game right now. 25 in white.
8 of her points coming in the fourth quarter. She's really starting to turn it on. It was back and forth. Kelly Shepard there for a while. Traylor had some really big baskets earlier in the game for Virginia Tech. North Carolina looking to extend the lead on this possession. Kelly fouled by Amore. That's the third on Amore. And remember, you just said it, China. North Carolina's in the bonus. It's going to put Kelly on the line.
And Kelly is great at getting to the free throw line, but it's been the pull-up game, behind the back, money. She was missing those shots earlier on, but has gotten comfortable there with the looks. And right now, Virginia Tech has to do something to be disruptive. We may see a little denial against Kelly, but there hasn't been anyone that can really guard her here in these last few minutes.
Kelly 4 for 6 from the line today. A lot more pressure on these late game free throws, but you know, these Tar Heels have been in tight games late. Kelly left the second hanging. Still, though, makes it a 2-possession game with 2 to go.
Deja Shepard, I believe, has to be a part of the half-court offense for Virginia Tech.
And she is! You want it? You got it! 1 point, North Carolina lead.
Westby's been a little tentative on offense after picking up that 4th foul.
Couple of those fouls of the offensive variety, so you understand it a bit. Spin from Poole. Westby was in there trying to get the rebound.
What a hustle by Lytle.
Kept it alive for Virginia Tech. Tar Heels close quickly on Shepard, not wanting to let her get her shot off.
Got to go back to Shepard.
A little too much contact on the play as Poole was on the back of Lytle.
Big shot, Shepard. Asia on the handoff, 2 steps behind the 3-point line. Hokies are loving it. A lot of heart being shown by this Virginia Tech team. I'm sure Blacksburg is happy right now. They are cheering on this squad.
Well, Shepard, a grad student, came back for opportunities like this to get her team moving in the postseason. Final minute to play. Everything still to be decided between the Tar Heels and the Hokies. Who's guarding Littlefield? Nobody.
No communication on defense. Big mistake there by the Hokies.
Those in Tar Heel blue on their feet trying to rally their team on the defensive end. Asia Shepard trying to get something. Gets herself a look from 3. She's got 3 free throws coming. Shepard, an 89% free throw shooter.
I mean, Virginia Tech just loses Littlefield on the perimeter. And then Asia Shepard really makes something out of nothing, but the awareness to keep that toe behind the 3-point line, even on the fake, that's major. I am pretty sure she had that right foot, which was the closest to the three-point line, behind the line.
Well, that's what they're looking at to make sure. Is it a 2 or 3 point attempt? How many free throws will Shepherd be shooting when she steps to the line?
After review, both feet are behind the line. She'll attempt 3 free throws.
Gotta love a quick monitor review. There was no question. Shepherd catches it, the toe touched it right there, but then she moved that foot back to get her shot lined up.
Come on, this is a player that has made almost 400 three-pointers in her career, more than anybody else in ACC history. You know she's going to give herself a chance for 3. Here she is at the line, the chance to tie if she makes all 3. Nothing Liz Kitley can do but watch and cheer on her teammates at this point. 2 for 2. 1 point away from the tie. Money in the bank, tie game. 4 timeouts left for North Carolina. They'll use one, they can advance the basketball. Virginia Tech just 1 timeout remaining. We'll take a quick break. All still to be decided in Greensboro.
On vacation, I met someone new. They were like
6.6 seconds left. North Carolina has called a timeout. Have the opportunity to advance the basketball. Virginia Tech will try to play some defense. What do you think though is going on in that North Carolina huddle to China?
Well, there's a 6.6 second difference between game clock and shot clock. So either way, Virginia Tech will get a possession back. But I think North Carolina has to be talking about getting the ball to Deja Kelly. I mean, she has been in a rhythm here, but keeping also in mind that they are in the bonus. So you want to be aggressive in whatever it is you decide to do.
Three timeouts remaining now for North Carolina. Just 1 for Virginia Tech. And Tar Heels not going to advance the ball. Okay.
Sometimes a team will decide not to because they like the momentum headed in. It also is sometimes difficult to guard from that position at the hash mark inbounding if they were eligible to advance it.
Right.
Assuming.
See how long Deja Kelly opts to wait. She's got a coach, Courtney Banghart, her peripheral vision. Here's a screen from Lusby. Kelly keeping the ball in her hands. Defender goes flying. It's Lytle. The shot is up. Missed. Jump ball called. Possession arrow, Virginia Tech. Timeout, Kenny Brooks. If you don't feel the intensity, you look on the Player of the Year's face. Her dad cheering on his daughter, who's on the bench right now, trying to will this Virginia Tech team down 2 starters to a win. They've never made a semifinal in the ACC tournament.
Outstanding defense here by Virginia Tech. It's the hard hedge. It's a hard hedge by Greg, and then it's Lytle stepping in and tries to take a charge, doesn't get it, but what she did was she got Deja Kelly off balance on that shot. And then the fight here by Amor, the smallest player on the floor, to get in there and tie it up on the rebound.
All right, so Virginia Tech now does advance the basketball. And Asia Shepherd has made 9 of the last 12 points for the Hokies. You have to figure number 2 is going to be involved in some way here on this last attempt. Amor, maybe not. Maybe Amor takes it herself. It rolls around and in. 2-point lead, but 2.3 to go on the clock. Amor was fouled by Deja Kelly.
They like this matchup with Hodgson trying to keep up with Amor. And then the foul on help side. You had enough time to get there and to get in position. That would have been a difficult shot to finish with how fast Amor was going. I guess a split-second decision is hard to make there.
3-point lead, North Carolina timeout. We'll see. You'd imagine they're going to advance it this time with 2.3 seconds on the clock. The guts of Georgia Amor on this drive.
Defense is beat, and rotation on help was late. And Georgia Amor putting on the Jets. What a play by, again, the smallest player on the floor.
5'10", 5'6". I gave her 4 extra inches. I know, you were like, no, I know that's not right.
No way.
I mean, you don't write a story like this. Kinley, don't hurt yourself celebrating. You can see her hold her shoulder over there. And obviously, this Hokie team's going to need her going forward. Whether it's here in Greensboro or whether we're talking NCAA tournament, they want their player of the year healthy and available. Right now, though, they have done it for 3 quarters without her. They have a 3-point lead in North Carolina, trying to draw something up to win. Who you like here for North Carolina? Who gets a shot?
I talked to Courtney Bankard yesterday about this very moment, and the first player, the top of the list was Deja Kelly, but she said, we have options on this team. We have multiple players that can make plays, but I think when you're looking for a 3, number-wise, definitely starts with Deja Kelly. I think Hodgson, you know, if you want to try to shake things up and surprise the defense, but Kelly has had a touch. Can you get her open here for a look?
Kennedy Todd Williams also big in the upset of Louisville at the end in the regular season. Tar Heels go to Usby, looking for the 3. Hodgson and the buzzer! North Carolina has tied it up! Told you this one had it all. Didn't know it would have that. But it's a fitting finish. Now, officials are going to look to make sure this one got off in time, that it was a 3. Looked like she was pretty securely back there. Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
It was the flare screen by Kennedy Todd Williams. We mentioned that Hodgson could be an option coming into the ACC tournament, shooting 36% from long range. Wow.
You know, you take your chances with your best 3-point shooter, as you just said, by percentage. She's also one of the best free throw shooters in her career of any player in the country, Hodgson. So had she been fouled, they'd like their chances there.
Right here from a high angle, ball goes in bounds. A lot of the Virginia Tech defense concerned about Deja Kelly. But on that screen by Todd Williams, just perfect timing. Could not have run that play to perfection better than what we just saw by the Tar Heels.
Overtime, baby. Here we go. Hodgson, the hero at the moment, to force more time on the clock here in Greensboro, North Carolina. I mean, this is just the first game of 4 today.
I mean, this game tipped at 11. Some people hadn't even had their first cup of coffee, and Greensboro is on fire.
You're awake now if you're watching this one. North Carolina led by as many as 9 early. Lost some of their flow a little bit as this game went on. Ties it right at the buzzer. And Virginia Tech, boy, they've made some big shots, too, in the absence of their big star, Liz Kitley, who's out with that shoulder that she fell on in the first quarter. Our 2 players for North Carolina, Usby and Poole, both with 4 fouls. So certainly something to pay attention to as we head into this overtime period. Todd Williams pulls up. Didn't get it, but nearly grabbed her own rebound. You see Deja Gregg saying, we got to box out. It worked out for them this time. Hokies get the ball.
I like how vocal Greg has been. We saw her right before we tipped this overtime, just trying to give her team some confidence.
With different heroes at different moments of this game. Trailer early, huge for Virginia Tech. Shepherd at 9 of 15 at one point in the fourth quarter for the Hokies. Greg hit some big baskets early.
Nice job defensively by North Carolina, forcing Asia Shepherd to give up the ball. They defended her well. Forced a shot by Greg.
Usby trying to go one-on-one against Greg. Fades away. Todd Williams snags the rebound. Kelly, her shot short.
Yeah, Virginia Tech has been physical with Kelly in the last couple of possessions where she's gotten the ball at that high post. Just knocking her a little bit off of her shooting stride.
Carly Littlefield, whistle for the foul, her third. It is a shooting foul. As stay in the bonus, those carry over. And so Asia Shepherd, who hit those 3 big free throws in the fourth quarter late to tie it at one point, now back on the line. Chance to give her team the lead. 16 points in the game for Shepherd. She says, let's go, let's have the ball, but Mai Forsberg, Eric Bruton, Carla Fountain not quite ready to do that yet.
Is this considered icing the free throw shooter?
They were just checking to make sure that they had the right shooter on the line.
Shepherd was ready. She's already knocked down a big 3.
She's just saying, give me the rock. There you go. Think about those defining moments. There's a Shepherd trying to will her team through to somewhere they've never been, semifinals of the ACC tournament. Gets one. 17 in the game now for Shepherd. She and Amore both with 17 to lead the way for the Hokies. Trailer with 15. Deja Kelly, 18 points to lead all scorers. Hodgson. Oh, she can do that too. Come on now.
Bowling with the basketball. Just muscled her way to the rim.
Hodgson had the 3 that sent us to overtime, and then showing a little muscle, retaking the lead for the Tar Heels. Shepherd coming off the screen. Yes!
Didn't touch the rim. Shot did not touch the rim at all.
Carly Littlefield, North Carolina. More ACC tournament titles for this program than any other ACC team, but this group wants to know what it feels like to win here in Greensboro.
Really great job defensively reading screens by Virginia Tech, but they got to get a box out.
Todd Williams set up this 3, and Usby says, thank you very much. 18 for Usby. North Carolina up 1.
North Carolina has 11 offensive rebounds in this game, and they have brought that energy into overtime. First, Hodgson on the drive, just muscling past Asia Shepherd, but Shepherd said, I got something, a little get back off of the screen by Craig, and boy, she does not need a lot of space or time to get that shot off. And that's on the kick out on the offensive rebound by Usby, who has finally found a spot where she doesn't have to worry about fouls on the offensive end, spacing the floor.
We got the band, we got the fans, and boy, do we have a game here in Greensboro. We're going to take just a quick 30-second time out, so we'll be back with you in 30 here in Greensboro.
My goodness!
Big plays aplenty in this game, and how do we get to overtime? Well, it took 2 huge plays from either team. First up, Georgia Amore and Virginia Tech. The drive, the roll, the finish, and a free throw after the fact. Had Virginia Tech up 3, but then Eva Hodgson does this. to say for everything else that's coming up today, all right? We're in overtime. We've got a battle here to try to get our first team through to the semifinals. Florida State, NC State, the third-ranked team in the country coming your way next. Miami, Louisville, the fourth-ranked team in the country. We'll start your evening session at 6, and then Georgia Tech, Notre Dame. That one went to overtime in the regular season with the Irish upsetting the Yellow Jackets at that time when they met. So that's what we've got coming your way. Be sure to check your local listings. Don't do anything else today. Clear the calendar. And let's try and decide a winner in this one.
Yeah, I mean, nothing like a little overtime to get the day going here in Greensboro. Fans are having a lot of fun. And boy, Virginia Tech and North Carolina both putting on a show and showing why they are two of the elite teams in the country to start off March Madness.
They both tied with records of 13-5 in ACC play in the regular season, but North Carolina, by virtue of tiebreak, got the 4 seed in the double bye. Virginia Tech got the 5 seed. Greg, that was a tough task to try to split the defense. It's a foul called, though, against the Tar Heels. North Carolina can't believe it, but that is the call on the floor. It goes against Hodgson, her first.
Oh, that was a tough call. I think Greg might have gone down on her own there, and I hope she's okay.
Yeah.
It looks like she hit her head.
She's got a season high in points already, De'Asia Greg, with 9. But yeah, that happened right at the end of that play. Now she's got to step up and take the free throws.
Unless there was some lower body contact on that baseline side defender. I didn't see a lot there.
Smooth as can be. You know, she's missed her first 2 free throw attempts back in the second quarter of this game. It's made her last 3. You can tell she's just trying to get her bearings right now.
Oh, she's shaking her up.
Missed the second. Not many offensive rebounds for the Hokies, but that's a big one by Lytle.
Good collapse by Traylor to stop the transition offense.
Tar Heels looking for the answer. Littlefield off, but with all that contact in the paint, it goes against North Carolina. Eric Bruton right in front of us making the call. And again, it's another one on Hodgson.
Greg puts the shot up. And it's the effort by Lytle, who has been really important in stretches of this game, whether being a screener, making herself available for a shot. Kenny Brooks liking what he sees. That depth for Virginia Tech. Boy, have they needed it today.
They needed their depth, and they needed one of their leaders, Asia Shepherd. 21 points now. She had 7 through the first 3 quarters with China. 14 now in the fourth quarter and overtime. Make it 15. And she doesn't hesitate when she hits that free throw line. 4-point lead for the Hokies. Kelly.
Look at Greg battling once again.
Virginia Tech played the regular season champs, the NC State Wolfpack, down to the final seconds on their home floor to finish out the regular season. They can fight with the best of them in this conference. They've proven it time and again. They now lead North Carolina by 4. Amor fouled on the 3-point attempt.
That's the second time she's been fouled on the 3, I believe.
And that's Usby's 5th. She's out of the game.
And Shepherd was also fouled on the 3.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Hokies taking 18 free throws in the game. They're about to get 3 more.
You have got to be more disciplined here if you're Usby in terms of body control. And she got into the landing space of the shooter, and contact was made below the body.
Georgia Amor had 3 points at halftime. She now has 19, and it's the largest lead of the game for the Hokies.
Every coach in this conference will tell you that they have the utmost respect for Georgia Amore.
She's giving her team a cushion here at LaChina.
Only a sophomore, but tough as nails.
Tar Heels need some points.
And Kelly has not been able to deliver in recent. They put a little size on her. They've changed up the defensive assignment on Kelly and put some size and Lytle on her.
Oh my. Okay, from what we could see as that play happened, it was just bodies flying for both teams, and both Hodgson and Traylor really slow to get up. I believe the call is against the Tar Heels. It is, it's Hodgson again. She gets whistled for the foul. And now Virginia Tech with a chance to pad their lead a little more. There's that play there behind the ball. Todd Williams doing the rebounding. Watch those two collide right there.
Oh, yeah. Looks like she took Traylor out before what looked like could have been a foul call on Shepard on the shot by Todd Williams.
9-0 Virginia Tech run. 10-0 now as Traylor hits them both, and the Hokies have hit their free throws. They are 18 for 23 for the game. Littlefield's got to make something happen for North Carolina. Does.
North Carolina is going to pick up with some pressure here. Only a minute left to go in this game. It's a 7-point game. They're going to have to foul and try to play the numbers.
And Kiana Traylor, 80% free throw shooter. She's not even going to let go of the basketball till she gets there. That's the fourth on Kelly, too.
You said it a minute ago. The free throw line has been really important in pivotal moments of this game for Virginia Tech, and they've been able to deliver.
Traylor, a little bounce, same result. The lead grows for the Hokies. Shot up and short. Time running out of North Carolina. Georgia Amore says, you got to catch me first. And Todd Williams commits the foul. This has been an absolutely incredible, improbable turn of events in this tournament game.
This is just wild. Here's the ACC Player of the Year on the sidelines, who only played 11 minutes of this contest. A trip to the semifinals in the ACC tournament on the line, and Kenny Brooks' team has shown so much heart and toughness.
Now a double-digit lead for the Virginia Tech Hokies.
Don't want to stop the clock here. If you're Virginia Tech.
You pointed out the foul situation about midway through the fourth quarter, LaChina, getting in the bonus. And we said this free throw line could make a big difference in this game. I mean, Virginia Tech 13 for 15 from the line in overtime. And now Hodgson with a chance to add a couple points, as you mentioned, with the clock stopped. Tar Heels have relied on that defense intensity so much this season. They can't get the ball away from Amore, though, as a season high today of 22 points. One of the leaders, one of the heroes for a Virginia Tech team that's about to do something they have never done before. And that's live to play another day. Go to semifinals Saturday in the ACC tournament.
Last year, you felt like postseason for Virginia Tech just almost wasn't fair because Shepard was not healthy. She was not 100%. Well, this year with more depth, despite the injuries, they've been able to advance and come together for a very big win.
Virginia Tech, it is time to celebrate. Down 2 starters, no problem. We're here, Asia Shepard says. They're staying here in Greensboro for at least one more day.